in offering meaning in the lives of the people who perform them. Muslims pray 5 times a day. Christians share bread and wine in communion services, and Hindus offer offerings of food and flowers in their temples. But Unitarian Universalists celebrate flower communion. My sense is that people have been intentionally gathering flowers since the first people walked on earth. So my guess is that this is perhaps the oldest ritual of all out there, because who can resist the exquisite beauty of an amazing flower? Our own Unitarian Universalist flower communion started only 92 years ago in the Free Brotherhood Church, a Unitarian congregation in Prague in the present-day Czech Republic. The minister for this church, Reverend Norbert Čapek, was convinced of the high potential for humanity, that people working together could build a better and new world based on love, reason, freedom, and justice. He attracted thousands, and I'm not exaggerating here, thousands of members, some of whom were from other faiths seeking the new way, and some of whom were atheists not accustomed to church going at all. He wanted to find a ritual that could bring everybody together from all these different ways of being religiously, all these different people who were gathering in his church in their quest to discover a new path in understanding life and what it's all about, what we're here for. Čapek believed that we naturally belong together, that we're inextricably linked to each other and all creation, that we're aware of our mutual responsibility to care for one another and to work toward social reforms that create more love and more justice in our world. He found his ritual inspiration while hiking in the countryside outside Prague, where a variety of spring wildflowers bloomed in profusion. Čapek came back to his congregation and offered the simple ritual of asking people to bring flowers, to create a communal bouquet, and then to have them each reverently take a flower home at the end of the service. He explained this when he shared about his thoughts on creating this new ritual. A ritual that supports his theology of honoring the worth and dignity of every person, and also the deep sacred interdependence of humans with each other and the natural world. So here are Čapek's own words as he described what flower communion is all about. He said this: "We have chosen flowers, nature's most tender, common, and beautiful gift, as our symbol and our sacrament. A flower is divine. You cannot create it, no matter what effort you make. You can create only a dead forgery without the fragrance and life, nothing more." What is supposed to be expressed in our symbol, our sacrament? 1, each of us is symbolized in a flower. 2, flowers together in a vase symbolize fellowship, our commonality, our community. 3, the way we brought and carry the flowers away symbolizes our volunteerism and our freedom. 4, when you leave this morning in peace and without rush, each of you take a blossom out of the bunch of flowers without choosing, as a sign that you do not pick who you want to accept as a brother or sister. Part of a flower communion hymn that Čapek wrote says this: "I see myself in you, God's blossom. You are specially free, freely special. You are your Maker's living poem. You are the symbol of brotherly, beautiful love next to all the other blossoms in the timely vase. There are no barriers here. Everyone is each other's. The harmony of souls unites them in one. And in every blossom, the others are connected. All are dear and holy to all. If I take one, I welcome all in it. I count them as related in God's Spirit. Let every blossom be a monument of love. Give life to brotherly ties in your mind in order for the fragrance of tender impulses to caress the soul like the breeze from the sky. As you can tell, he was a poetic man, but his simple and beautiful ritual captured the hearts of his congregants for many, many, many years. And then, because he was a person who strongly believed in justice and in freedom and in love, he was ultimately captured by the Nazis as World War II was breaking out and his area of Europe was overtaken. But his spirit was strong, and later in the Dachau Nazi camp, he continued to hold flower communion services in the most dire of inhumane conditions. You can just imagine that. His wife, Maya, introduced flower communion to American Unitarian congregations in the 1940s, and it has grown to become our most widely celebrated ritual, along with the lighting of our flaming chalice. May we do honor to this visionary minister and his simple ritual of belonging and beauty as we enact our flower communion this morning. May it be so. Blessed be. O infinite Spirit of life, we bless these flowers as messengers of love and fellowship. May they remind us that we are a bouquet of beautiful, unique souls working and living together intentionally in a community of faith. May we appreciate the beauty and good intention of all our efforts, however great or small, as we each bring our best selves to this great work. We celebrate our flower communion today in the manner of the first flower communion service in Czechoslovakia. I ask that each of you, in turn, approach the communion vases silently, reverently, with a sense of how important it is for each of us to approach the world and each other with gentleness, justice, and love. I ask that you select a flower that is different from the one you brought this morning. Then go back to your seat and look at your special flower and note its beauty and its fragrance. Appreciate it for its uniqueness and handle it with care. It is a gift brought to you by someone else. It is a reminder of their unique humanity, and therefore it deserves your very kindest touch. So let us now quietly share in this Unitarian Universalist ritual of love and appreciation for our diversity and our oneness in community. Please come forward as you feel moved down the center aisle and return via the side aisle.